Welcome to Video Village, where imagination meets conversation. Keep the phones on and join the discussion. Yes, that means you on the train, so unlock your mind and enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Video Village. Today we are talking TV shows. I'm joined with my co-host Wayne and our producer Dave. So this week we are going into kind of like TV shows. We're not going to be doing a list like we did with the movies, as there's just too many TV shows out there. So question for you about TV shows. Best
Okay.
TV show character introduction.
Best character introduction.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, start out hard, like swinging for the gates.
Yeah. I think it's hard. I'm not trying to think what comes to mind.
Well, obviously, because I thought the question I obviously had time to prep.
Yeah. So give us one. There
Mine, and this is just I love the humor behind it. But it was Bryan Cranston's Walter White moment. You know, when that show first opens up, he's just like standing on the side of a highway in his tidy whities.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Tidy whities. And it's just like when I think I saw the trailer for that first, and that was part of the trailer, and I'm just like, oh, it's Bryan Cranston at it again as Hal in another show. Definitely going to check that out. And then boom, Breaking Bad. You know, I was just like, that's yes.
I think I have one actually.
Right.
The start of The Boys. Huey, his scene where he gets introduced, and the whole rest of the show as well. I think that's one of my. It's definitely memorable.
That's a great opening scene for sure.
Yeah. Great introduction for A-Train.
A-Train,
Oh man, that scene. That had me literally shocked, like open mouth, like what did I just witness there?
But it sets you up so well because you know, you're either on board or you're not with the show at that point. You kind of know,
Yeah.
You know, like if you're thinking, oh, I'm not gonna I'm gonna turn it off, then turn it off. Do you know what I mean? If you don't like that, you're not gonna like the show. But if you like that, then brace yourself. You're in for a ride. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Although the animated show Invincible went the opposite route with that. They did you one way with the first episode, but then like the last few minutes, you're like, "Whoa, this is the way it's going." Okay. I don't think you've seen. Have you seen it, Wayne?
I've seen the first season of Invincible. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you've seen it. Yeah, and I think Dave's seen it too, haven't you?
I've seen the first season and a couple of episodes of the second. I don't know. I kind of lost interest a little bit. That's probably just me.
Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of time between season 1 ending and the new season coming out that it kind of lost the hype nearly.
Yeah,
It starts off pretty slow, and I think that was the problem. It just kind of goes back to normal and him in school and stuff, and it's like, well, you did all these cool things, and now.
Yeah, but that's the standard. It's nearly always the way. Like even with sequels with movies, you know, like it's the way. Like, you know, like a Spider-Man movies, you know, he does the crazy stuff, but the start of the second movie, he's back in school or in college, or do you know what I mean? Like you have to rebuild the story every time.
Yeah, but it wasn't fun to look at. Do you know?
Oh, yeah, I get you. No, I completely get you, but it's always just the way to go. You have, you know, because you can't. If we start at this point, then where do we go? So we got to start lower so we can get to there, you know. And there's your character journey.
Yeah, throw in a few jokes though, or something.
Make it funny.
This is to my taste now.
Where's the laugh in saving the world? Like, come on. Yeah. Have you happened to think of a best character introduction, Wayne?
The one that comes to my mind is Rick Grimes, The Walking Dead. the open where he wakes up in a coma, or wakes up from the coma in the hospital room, and there's no one around. You know, plants are dead. You know, the doors are like barred shut, and he just wakes up in his hospital bed trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And I always like that one because it kind of puts you and Rick Grimes, like as the audience, you're in the same position as Rick Grimes, trying to figure out what's going on, and you're discovering everything with him. So that's one that sticks out to me.
Fair, yeah, I do remember that scene actually. That was a killer first season. Great show. Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
It's finished, isn't it? Is it?
It is. The original show is finished, but they're spinning off. There's a few different shows going on, but I don't know if it'll ever die.
No,
it truly is the undead show.
Yeah, there's nothing like it. Like there are replicant like zombie shows and zombie movies and whatnot, but there's nothing like The Walking Dead.
I've loved The Walking Dead. I think I started watching around season 5. Like in its worst moment is when I kind of fell in love with it. So anything better than that, I was like, okay, I mean, I'm here for the ride.
There were too many times when I was watching that show and I was like, all right, if this season doesn't have a good ending, I'm not watching it anymore.
Yeah.
I eventually did stop watching it, I think, when they got to the kind of Paradise place.
Yeah. But in the middle, it does drop off for a while. But
so hard.
They replaced the showrunner with a new person, and she came in and just basically completely cleaned up house, got rid of all the characters that were used. Like, I've no use for these characters. Let's just kill them all off or get rid of them. Let's bring in new characters that we can do something with and create compelling stories. And it got way better. Like the last 2 seasons of that show are actually really, really good.
I've heard, yeah. To be fair, I think I've probably heard from you now. To be fair, but yeah, no, I might swing back to it eventually when the dead bug bites me again. That's fair. All right. So another TV related question. Okay. What is one of your favorite best running jokes throughout a season?
Best running jokes. So it's like a reoccurring gag, basically, is it?
Yeah. Like the slap bet from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh my god! I was thinking How I Met Your Mother. I was like, okay, what am I going to pick from the? I would like the slap. It didn't even come to mind, but I was like, it's got to be from that show. But yeah, I think I'm gonna steal How I Met Your Mother. I'm gonna say like the playbook, or even just Barney's antics in general. You know, challenge accepted. That kind of stuff. I think that's for me.
That's a good shout, actually. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, 100%. Or I don't know why, but I've always loved this one. Is in Futurama, owls are vermin. Like they have lads come in and be like owl pest control, and it's just a constant running joke. The owl are vermin in Futurama for some reason. Yeah, no idea why. But then you have shows of like Arrested Development, and they have just tons. The whole show is basically just a running gag. Like just because no one in the family knows how to make a chicken noise, they all make these weird. Like whenever they try to make a chicken noise, and so like it's like why? Or Tobias when the characters is a never nude, so like you never see him naked, even when he's showering, he'll be showering in shorts, and they manage to reference this a lot throughout the series. You know,
so stupid, like, but yeah, it's funny.
I mean, yeah, it's. Or I think you'll know that. Remember this one a lot was DJ Jazzy Jeff being thrown out of Uncle Phil's home by Uncle Phil in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, yeah, that was always funny. But I was thinking of the prank war between Jim and Dwight in The Office too.
Was it really a prank war? It was fairly one-sided on Jim. Dwight might have pulled a few shots here and there, but he never took it as far as Jim did.
No, but that was the thing. Like Jim always like was the prank, but then isn't there that one episode where Dwight completely breaks him? I can't remember what, like something with the
snowball
snow
episode. Yeah.
Oh, he broke him.
He
yeah, it's so satisfying. Like it's like that's what you get now.
He called revenge on him after getting hit by Dwight. No, Dwight got hit by Jim, and he called revenge, and then Dwight hit him a snowman and broke out of it, and then threw a load of snowballs, and just pelted him viciously with snowballs over and over and over again.
Oh, he really broke the man. Like,
and then
he's afraid.
At the end of the episode, he made a load of snowmen in the car park as Jim was trying to get to his car and leave. And Jim just went around like, run to the car, go, I got this. And he started attacking all the snowmen. And then there's Dwight up on the roof, just like watching the night.
Yeah, I love that. That's very funny.
That was a great episode. The joke in Scrubs about not knowing the janitor's name.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Did that ever come? Did they ever get his name? No,
I think they did, but like when he's like, "Oh, my name is John." I can't remember off the top of my head what he said, but he's like, "Oh, my name is John." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, cool." And then JD walks away, and then as JD's walking away, another guy walks up. He's like, "How are you, Frank?" And he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And you're like, "Cool." Yeah. So you never, you never truly find out.
I forgot about Scrubs.
Scrubs, yeah, that's a great show.
Yeah, 2000s classics.
Yeah. Dr. Cox endlessly calling JD girl names. It's probably one of the most consistent one. But I think my actual favorite of all these kind of things would be Rickety Cricket from It's Always Sunny. Every time he comes in contact with the group, his life gets significantly much worse. Like when he first met them, he was a priest, and then all of a sudden he left the priesthood and got rejected by D and couldn't go back to the priesthood, and ended up being homeless. And then he ended up getting them addicted to like cocaine and all load of other things.
Yeah, the worst of the worst stuff. Like,
just when they convinced him to become a wrestler for them, I think that was probably one of the worst. That was one of the most shocking episodes of It's Always Sunny. Poor Rickety Cricket, man. He should have never got in touch with those people ever again. Like.
No, but he's so like that actor is brilliant. He's able to pull that off every time.
He's actually a director of a lot of it, isn't he? What's it, David Hornsby?
Let's see. It could be. I know he's in he's in the show Mythic Quest too.
Mythic Quest, I was just about to say. He plays
I know.
David, I think, in that. It's definitely Hornsby. I actually have the IMDb up here.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, David Hornsby.
David?
Yeah, okay. David Hornsby. He directs a lot of the episodes.
He does, yeah.
But yeah, and then he's also on Mythic Quest, which is another great show by Rob. He's knocking it out of the park with good shows. So far.
Mm-hmm. I really like that show. Mythic Quest.
Can't wait for 4th season if they ever get around to it.
I haven't seen season 3 yet.
It's good. Has a good ending. Definitely one of their more unique seasons. I think they try a lot of stuff in that and kind of go, bit
experimentative kind of.
Yeah. I don't want to say too much in case. Yeah, I don't want to spoil everything.
No, I will probably watch eventually. Yeah, so don't give me any big.
Good watch.
Yeah.
Good watch indeed. Yes. Do I have any other questions? Okay. What movies do you think would work better as TV shows?
would work better or would work good as well?
It can either be the concept of the film made into a TV show, or this series should have been made into a TV show rather than like two films or something. Like I know a lot of people would say The Dark Tower was like 8 or 9 books condensed into a 90-minute movie.
Okay.
So I know a lot of those kind of fans would definitely want to see that in a TV show done justice.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, just as a general rule of thumb, like books and games, they're better as TV shows, in personal opinion, than movies. Generally speaking, because you just have to condense so much material and content, and like there's a lot more investment that you put into these characters because it's such a long form, and I just don't think a lot of the time you can get that out of a film.
Yeah, I actually have an idea for that.
Go for it.
James Bond. Instead of making one of these movies every 5 years, just give me a show with one actor playing the part, and just do 20 episodes a season. Let me see James Bond in action.
Yeah, kind of like a Benedict Cumberbatch does Sherlock Holmes kind of seasons.
Yeah,
I think that'd be good.
Yeah, give me a James Bond series because you got the material. Like, there's loads of books.
Oh yeah, they skip over a load of stuff, and you gotta give him back his gadgets. God damn it!
Yeah, give me just gadgets. Yeah, like get rid of Bond. Give me Q. Like, make Q the main character. You just just supplying people all these gadgets. I'd watch that.
Walking on the street aimlessly, just handing out these very high tech gadgets to people. Here, press this button and don't call me when you do. And it just walks on. I'd watch that. I had two that I'd like to see in a TV show format, and that'd be Men in Black.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I loved Alien Hunting as a TV show. It'd be like a X-File with bigger guns, like.
Yeah, and funny.
Yeah, funny, fair. And then if you've ever seen the sci-fi horror Brightburn, I think it was 2019. It was released. Basically,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I watched it, but I know the movie. I remember it.
Yeah, basically, if you haven't seen it, it's like a horror version of Superman. So if Superman fell on Earth and was had homicidal tendencies, be very scary. I think it'd be a good TV show. Get a season or two out of it.
You just made me think of another one as you said that.
What's that?
Unbreakable.
Ooh.
With Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson as Glass.
Yeah,
that'd be a good series.
Yeah. How's that not a series?
Was it James McAvoy throwing a bit of him?
Yeah, from Split. Yeah, do the whole universe. Get them all in there.
Yeah. I'm so glad that film got to go further, because I loved Unbreakable when I first found it. It's so good. Yeah. TV show definitely in. Sign me up. Where's the petition?
I'd throw in something by Edgar Wright. Do you know, like Shaun of the Dead?
Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz, the TV show.
Fuzz, the TV show. I'd watch that. Like,
I would totally watch that.
Yeah. Would they ever go back to TV? Didn't they start out doing, was it Ghosted or something?
Based,
that was it.
Yeah, that was his first one.
That was Edgar Wright as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't write off TV for anyone nowadays. Back in like maybe the mid 2000s or stuff, it was definitely TV was lower than movies, but now they're both as big as each other. Depending on the studio and the budget you have to make it. But if you're making a Netflix show and they're backing you 100%, you'll be no better off making a movie Do you know what I mean? You've got everything you need with Netflix. Do you know? So
yeah, it's really true. There's no such thing as a silver screen anymore, really.
no.
Yeah. And would you say, because I think personally, that Breaking Bad was one of the shows that helped pave the way to show like there's more to TV than just standard sitcom formats and stuff like.
Yeah. The Breaking Bad was the center of that golden era of television. The kind of late 2000s, early 2010s, which is exactly Breaking Bad's run. But yeah, that was the time when TV just started. Yes, you had Breaking Bad and like The Walking Dead, and just all these things they're just a little bit better than what we were used to TV being. And then the money started coming in, and you had things like Netflix and Amazon Prime coming up, and and TV just got insane. And we're getting all the best Oscar-winning actors coming in to do these like series and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again,
yeah.
No, you can never see it coming. Like
Netflix definitely drove the freaking sailboat on that one. Like they were not stopping, and they did good things, but they're kind of tapering a bit. Kind of trying to
they're not.
produce a
Yeah,
lot of content and kind of overextend
they're not what they
themselves
used to
almost.
be. Yeah, they're also. It's like they're trying to do too much now.
I mean, they get a good one every now and again, but there wasn't. It's not just the same. Remember when like Netflix were releasing their own shows? Like they'd be the first thing you'd be watching. Remember like Stranger Things? We were like, oh, Netflix show. Let's sit down and watch this. Oh, it's sick. Savage.
Yeah,
And then The Get Down. Was it another one? I remember all of us sat down and watched that together.
I
Like,
remember.
this was unreal first season, and it is a great first season. To be fair, very well done. But they kind of hit us with bangers like that, and then all of a sudden start going downhill fairly quickly.
It's because they were just able to do more. They were like, we can do all of this at once, and one of them is gonna hit and make us money. If more than one does it, then awesome. But we can afford to make all these and have only one be a success. That's still a win for us. So I don't know.
Yeah, fact. That sounds familiar.
Speaking of Netflix shows, a new season of Black Mirror is coming out. I think the 15th of June, like 4 weeks or something.
I haven't watched Black Mirror in a long time. So maybe the last 2 or 3 seasons I just haven't watched. Just stopped being. Yeah, it just stopped being shocking. Like because you kind of saw it. Yeah, because you knew what to expect. You're looking for the big twist. You're like, okay, well, how is this going to flip it on its head? So
yeah, it just it wasn't. I remember. I think I'm up to date with it. I'm not entirely sure. I can't honestly remember. But I remember just thinking, like, I used to love like episode to episode to episode in like the first 2-3 seasons, and then the later ones came out, and it was just like I maybe like one episode out of it, and then second I didn't really like any of them, and then it's just tapered completely off.
Yeah, that was the same experience I had. It was just it got inconsistent as it went along. And you were kind of watching a season, you were watching the whole thing, and you only liked one out of them. Whereas before it was nearly them all. It was nearly the reverse.
First 2 or 3 seasons they were all good, weren't they?
Yeah. They're very like, oh my god, what? Oh, I'd hate that to happen. That's a literal nightmare.
Yeah.
I think the same is said for Love, Death, Robot.
Oh, I didn't really watch that at all.
That's very good. The first season is amazing. There's so many great episodes in there, and like there's something in there for everyone. And then the next season, I think there was 8 realistic animation styles that people were trying to use in it, and it's just like I forgot which one kind of started and which one ended, and like it's the same story. Whereas the first one is like every episode had its own unique art style behind it, and it was just amazing. I think the newest season was actually very good as well. Kind of in similar style to the first. So it was also very good. Definitely get on it. It's only short. You did watch them all in an evening.
Okay.
They really like Netflix really does, though, just have these certain shows that just like knocks it out of the park. It's a pure home run, like for them kind of a thing. Like Drive to Survive. I don't know if you've watched it. The Formula One TV show. That was
Oh yeah, I
unbelievable.
don't watch that.
I never would have expected it. You know, to be a documentary about Formula One and things that I would be interested in. But when I watched it, I couldn't stop watching. It's just so tense. I don't know how else to describe it.
No, I haven't seen it, but I can understand because what I did watch on Netflix was the Michael Jordan series, The Last Dance. That is so gripping. Like even if you don't know anything about basketball, which I didn't really before watching it, but it's just about him and the people around him, just the different characters and the mindset of them and the way they looked at winning in basketball games. That series is insane. I would definitely recommend watching that.
I don't know anything about it. It's a one season thing. Does it end?
It was a one season thing, yeah, one season, 10 episodes. It's basically about a certain period of time, the end of the 90s, about Michael Jordan's last attempt, his last season going for the NBA championship. They were going for 3 in a row for a second time. And it was just like, so you had all like this footage from the time of like covering the background, but it also covered like the years before, like from when Michael Jordan first entered the NBA, kind of covered from there up until the present day, which had been like 99 or something. But yeah, no, it's really, really good. Really, really good show. I would definitely recommend.
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. So do you want to play a game?
You want to play a game? Yeah.
Like in Saw?
Yeah, that's like Jigsaw.
Because if it's that what you're on about, no.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Would Saw work as a TV show? Could.
It probably, like, Saw to me is a TV show. It's just
could it be like
with the amount of movies, like
could we get it to be a reality TV show? Maybe you probably wouldn't be able to kill the people, but put them in scary situations without lopping off a limb.
Their show Fear Factor. Didn't they do that?
That's it, but it's just there's so many.
Joe Rogan and Fear Factor. Oh my god, yeah.
Do you remember that shit? That was so good.
Oh my god, people are traumatized after that.
I used to love that show as a kid.
That is an example of a show you would not get away with today. Nobody is pulling that off without like massive amounts of insurance and like having a big law team behind them, so they like can't get sued for people's like you made me eat a bug.
Yeah, but how different is like I know they kind of made it seem like really intense and that like it was really dramatic. But how different is that show to something like I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? Do you know what I mean? When they have to go eat the bugs and they have to do the scary stuff, and so isn't it? It's like the same kind of stuff they have to do. But yeah, one is this whole you can never do that now, and the other is loved by everybody. So I don't know.
I don't know actually. I don't know where that line is.
Yeah, like where because it's the same stuff. Like they still they'd make them walk on glass and eat horrible insects and jump out of planes and stuff. They have to do all the scary stuff.
Do you think it's that they're paying the people to be on I'm a Celebrity? Like those people aren't walking into the jungle without a big fat check in their pockets. Like we all know that.
Yeah, that is true, and they're coming for the publicity. They know exactly what's in store for them.
Yeah,
it's on them if they decide to do it. Yeah,
Frankie Muniz is in the Australian. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here right now.
Oh no way!
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find it somewhere to watch. But he's trying to come out of retirement, get the Malcolm in the Middle gang back together again.
Yeah, like I remember what happened to him. He was such a massive child star. He was in like Agent Cody Banks and
my god.
Yeah, and then as soon as he got like 18 years old or whatever, you just never heard from him. Like
Yeah, I think he kind of fell out the acting scene because he stopped acting after Cody Banks 2. No, stopped doing movies, sorry, after Cody Banks, and then finished up Malcolm. I think he would have been 15, 16 at that time.
So that was his choice to stop.
Yeah, I think he just kind of got sick of the lifestyle. He was up very early to do shoots and stuff. It just wasn't great for him. Shots. But he also then got into NASCAR racing, and that's what he's currently doing now, I think.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Just spent his money in acting. Did something else with his life, like fair play.
Yeah.
But wouldn't want him to drive me around though. I don't know why. Just doesn't seem like a good idea. Sure, it'd be perfectly safe.
I'm sure it'd be safe. Yeah.
Yeah. We got one of them helmets and fireproof suits too, right? Yeah. Yeah, be fine.
Be fine.
Anyway, so do you want to play a game?
Yes. Yeah, let's play a game.
All right. So I've created a, if you know those from Reddit, the subreddit, Am I the Asshole? I've made a little entry for that, for a character from a TV show. So I'm going to read it out, and then you got to decide whether or not the character is the a-hole in this situation. And then, obviously, if you can guess who said character is.
Okay.
So, I only have 2 here at the moment. So the first one is easy. So am I the a-hole for refusing to quit my job despite my girlfriend's pleas and trying to pursue a new career in the arts? So, hi everyone. I'm in a bit of a predicament and could use some outside opinions. For most of my life, I've been in a line of work that's unconventional. I've been a hitman. And while it's something I'm good at, it's not something I'm proud or want to continue doing. A while ago, I stumbled into an acting class and discovered a passion I never knew I had. Acting had given me a sense of purpose and joy that I've never felt before, and my girlfriend, let's call her S, is incredibly supportive of my new dream. She is a fellow actor and has been encouraging me to quit my old job and focus entirely on acting. Here's the issue. Quitting my hitman job isn't as simple as walking away. There are people who rely on me and people who'd be very unhappy if I left. It's dangerous and complicated. S doesn't fully understand the risks involved. She thinks I'm being selfish and cowardly for not quitting immediately. She believes I'm choosing my old life over a future together, and it's tearing us apart. Recently, we had a huge argument about it. She accused me of not truly wanting to change and being addicted to the thrill of my old job. I tried to explain that complexities and dangers, but she was too upset to listen. I feel torn between the life I want to leave behind and the one that I'm trying to build. Am I the a-hole for not quitting my dangerous job immediately trying to transition to a new career in acting, despite my girlfriend's pleas?
No, not the asshole. Barry.
Yeah.
So why do you not think he's the asshole?
Because I like the show, I like the character. I never thought he was an asshole.
He got a bit crazy towards the end there, to be fair.
A bit?
Yeah, he did. No, he did. But
trying to be like nonchalant about it, Dave.
Every psycho isn't an asshole. Like, we can't, just generalize.
Gee. Whoa, that is a wild accusation. Not every psycho is. Oh my god.
It's not that crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. He killed people for a living. Like that is. Why is that not bad?
You gotta break it down. Like, why was it happening? He was a Marine, so he was killing people in the army, You know, that obviously did something to him mentally. You know, and then when he left the military, he was still in that frame of mind, and you know, he was easily manipulated into becoming the hitman, and you know, and very quickly was immersed in that lifestyle, couldn't get out. You know, so yeah, you know, there's a lot of finger pointing here that I don't like.
Dave, surely you have some sense in opinion here.
It's the kind of conflict of the show. It really is. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure he wants to and to do the right thing, but he can't.
It doesn't sound like an asshole to me.
Yeah,
that totally does. He wants to do the right thing, but he can't, so he does the bad thing anyway, and feels bad about it. I'm sorry you feel bad that you killed people. Oh my god!
just go with it. Yeah, just don't worry about it.
Yeah. If you guys ever ask me to go out into a woods late at night, I'm fucking running for the hills.
We have to chase you, and I'm the asshole.
The fact that you have to chase me is making you the asshole. Yes.
Yeah, so don't make us chase you. It's the best.
Yeah.
Look, it's never gonna happen, so don't worry about it. Alright, so I have a second one. This one I tried to be a little harder, you know, warm me up with the first. But I think you should get it. It's not too subtle. It's actually probably not as subtle as I think it's gonna be. Anyway. Am I the a-hole for refusing to help my brother during a family crisis and calling him a monster? So I, 30, and my family is in a situation. And to put it mildly, it is complicated. Growing up, I had a rough time with my older brother. He was always violent and cruel to me. When we were kids, he pushed my face into fire because I played with one of his toys, and since then I've had severe burns and an understandable grudge against him. Fast forward to recent events, my brother continues to reign his terror. He's become even more monstrous in figure, literally, and action. Our family and kingdom were in crisis, and there were those who suggested I should help him out. Despite our history, they argued that it was family duty and that I should rise above our past for greater good. I flat out refused. I called him a monster to his face, and I walked away. My refusal didn't sit well with everyone. Some people, especially those who believe in family loyalty above all else, think I was being petty and selfish. They argue that our personal history shouldn't matter in the face of larger crisis. And here's where I may be the asshole. Instead of refusing to help, I made a public scene and called him a monster in front of others. I didn't just walk away quietly. I made sure everyone knew exactly how I felt about him. So am I the asshole for refusing to help my brother during a crisis and publicly calling him a monster?
No.
No? And do you know who the character is?
Is it the Hound?
It is the Hound.
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah, I was thinking the Hound, and then you said push my face in the fire, and I was like, okay, it can't be anyone else.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the Hound. No, I think
he's definitely not an asshole. He's a good guy.
No, he was totally wronged.
Yeah,
poor guy.
Definitely in that world, like I suppose the criteria to make yourself an asshole is probably a lot higher than in our world. So a little bit more leeway for him.
I mean, they have slave drivers and very weird torture techniques, and like shoving boys out windows for pastimes.
Yeah, I think if you help someone once in Game of Thrones world, you're not an asshole.
Oh my god! So were you on it, Dave? Should guess the Hound.
I did not get the Hound. Yeah, I didn't know who it was. To be
Oh.
perfectly honest.
Should have asked you first, though.
Yeah.
Should have asked who knew it.
As soon as you said the fire, I was like, yeah, gotta be.
I was going to leave that part out, but then I was like, that's too much detail. It's too much detail.
Yeah.
We leave it out. But yeah, gonna try whip up a few more of those. See what we can do.
It's a fun game. 100% record for me. Nice.
All right, challenge accepted. Ruin Wayne's record. Or should I build it up and then just snatch it away at the last second?
Get me get to 9 and then just take away the 10th.
Oh. Oh. Wait, how many times have Kilkenny won the All Ireland?
36.
In a straight row, in a streak.
4.
4. I'll let you get to 4 and then just pull away for the 5th.
Oh no, the drive for 5.
It's always the life of a Kilkenny man, yeah. So I'd say last and final question. What are some of your favorite TV shows?
Ooh, a fun one. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, do you want to go?
Yeah, when you go.
So, the one I want to mention is my favorite show, and it is. It's Lost.
Oh, didn't even have it on my list. Oh,
you didn't even going to give it a mention.
No, I didn't even think of Lost.
I was going to mention it earlier, and I was going to say, "Oh, but it did horribly." But I'm glad I didn't slate it.
I have seen all of Lost. Like, don't get me wrong, it is actually a great show. It just kind of gets a little crazy, kind of season 3 on or after season 3.
It does get crazy, but that's why I love it, and how they're able to contain it, and by the end of the 6th season, pretty much give an answer for everything.
They do. Their continuity was great.
Yeah. Like it ended so well. Like I love that last episode, the way they just brought it around. And yeah, they did like an impossible task, it seemed like, finishing that show without it being a disaster. But they did it. It was so good, so emotional. It was, the action at the end, like it had everything. And the whole way through. And I love the flashbacks, every episode like focused on a different character. And then going forward, then they had like the flash forwards, and then the last season you had the flash sideways. It just made sure every episode had its own individual feel, and everything on every episode is almost good standalone. But then when you watch them as a series, one after the other, it's just like this whole mystery unfolding before your eyes. I really like Lost.
Aye, brother. The man in the
in another life, brother.
Another life, brother. You again, brother. The man in the vault. That was a massive question on everybody's mind for a summer. Yeah. That was. I mean, they explained everything. The island was a magical place. Literally.
Basically the center of the universe, kind of.
Yeah, I totally forgot about him. Because
why'd you stick with it when other people didn't? I didn't. I watched till I think when they walked into the hatch and saw there was nothing there. I was like, think I'm over this.
Oh, I loved it from the first episode. I couldn't. I had people it was like season 3, 4. People started dropping off, but I was I didn't understand. I was like, why? Like, we haven't got the answers yet. I need to know. I need to know. Like, these new people are here, and I need to know what they're doing. And I just never got sick of it.
I think it was they were building a lot more mystery to the show than people are like, well, we haven't got answers for here. Why are we getting more questions? Kind of a lot of people didn't like that kind of arc of storytelling. I know myself. I watched till about season 2 or 3. I think I got to the polar bears, and then a mate from back in school, Dave, was friends with him as well. A guy called Tom, obsessed with the show. Like had the box sets, watched it every Christmas. And he lent them to me, and that's how I watched them again myself, all the way to 6 in like a month and a bit, not even.
Yeah, anyone that I have recommended the show to and they've watched it, there's only been a couple of people who've actually gone on and watched it, but they've all come back and said, yeah, that was a great recommendation. You know, and you can't be disappointed with it. You know, if you give it the time and effort, you will enjoy it. So,
yeah. And it's not like massively long. Like I know some of the seasons are 22, but there's like a season with maybe like 12, not even.
one of the seasons, in the year of the writer strike, I think, had less episodes.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
One of my favorites would have had to been Breaking Bad. We've talked about it a few times tonight already. But that show just showed you what a TV show could actually do and be if you just got the right people behind you. And just it's so well done. That show was so good, start to finish. Like the hype was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, Breaking Bad is just one of those outliers, isn't it? It's just so much better than a lot of other shows around the same time. Yeah, and even coming out now. But just Vince Gilligan and him teaming up with Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, like it all just worked. It was like the perfect mix of everyone.
Didn't see Bryan Cranston doing something serious like that. You know, the guy from Malcolm in the Middle, the guy who was in the Power Rangers, is doing the evil guy voices and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you didn't expect him to have that serious role in him. Like,
no, it's like that name, Bryan Cranston meant nothing to me. Do you know what I mean? Like people were talking about the Breaking Bad show. They have to like when it first came out and people were trying to recommend it, they had to say the dad from Malcolm in the Middle. That's the only way people know was going to know the name. Everyone knows it now. But it was like, oh, it's a show. It's the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, and he's the teacher. He's got cancer. It just sounds crap. When you hear it, like I don't watch.
That sounds like so boring and depressing. Why would I put myself through that?
But it was just magic.
Apparently, while he was on set, he was very boisterous. Like apparently he would have water guns hidden around set, and he'd just pop them out and just shoot people with them while they're working, and just pull funny faces while other lads are trying to act and stuff. And then when stuff starts getting serious, I think he's the kind of guy who's like, "Come on, everybody, let's be serious and knuckle down here."
So he fires water guns around expensive cameras and equipment. Okay.
It's Bryan Cranston. He can pay for it. It's fine. Do what he wants.
Could he?
Why should you be such a party? Like
get
party pooper. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Do you hate fun, Dave? Like,
water, like, destroy the whole place.
I bet you saw that episode where he threw the pizza on the roof, and you're like, some fucker had to get a ladder down and get that off the roof.
I love that moment. There was some brilliant moments in that show that they felt kind of improv as well a little bit. I don't know if they were.
It's hard to tell. Like, I know for a fact the story wasn't. Maybe like a bit of dialogue here and there, but the story was.
Oh no, the story was planned. That was planned out to a T. But there's definitely moments where they just went. Like, I think that pizza shot, that was just. I don't know if they planned that because you can't. Because if you get that wrong, you can't go for that again. I think he must have just got that first time because it landed in perfect circle on the roof, didn't it? Like it was just.
So good. So it was. I think the fact that it stayed in the shots of the camera, that's what they were like. Oh yes, that's perfect. Like.
We are done.
No. Oh, what a show! And then, of course, it was Aaron Paul's big break. Paul?
Yeah, Aaron Paul.
Yeah.
It's still his best piece
Biggest
of
thing
work, wasn't
since.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't really think. I don't know what else I've seen him in, to be honest. I have definitely seen him in other stuff, but nothing kind of stands out.
Yeah. I'm trying to think to myself, actually. He kind of went into movies more, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I know I've seen him in movies, but I can't think of anything. I really can't think of anything.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll do something eventually. That'll be a big moment, cultural moment or something.
So, Dave, do you have any favorite TV show shouts?
I have one, and it's something that I keep coming back to, and watching clips of even. It's Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh my god!
I never
What a
get bored
shout.
watching that.
Great show.
That is brilliant.
It's
Oh.
just like you know,
Colin Mockery and Ryan Stiles.
right?
That is a combo duo. I am shocked that nobody made a movie with those two men. I am downright
what is
shocked.
that? How come they don't have their own like buddy cop movie or something?
Yeah,
They were just let them improv it. You don't even need writers. Just those two guys in.
You just get one person. Yeah, give one person. Just give them a note. Like Ryan, you're a cop. You're like, this is your name. You're like Colin. You're this guy. Now go 90 minutes.
Pedestrians off the street is like, what should we make a movie about? Colin, listen up.
just write it on a piece of paper and put it in this hat. And
get Drew Carey in here. The old English one. That's where I think all the good laughs lie. With still Ryan and Colin.
No, the Drew Carey one is the best.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
At the start, like.
Well, that's the one I watched. I've seen bits of the English one and the new one as well. But that old one with Drew Carey and the guys. I've seen so much of that. I just loved it.
It's back now, though, isn't it? It's still going.
There's a new season. Yeah, not Drew Carey's been replaced by someone else, but they have most like Ryan Stiles, Colin Mockery, Wayne Brady, all the
those three there.
Yeah.
Wayne Brady is a freaking great improver himself. To be fair, he's got some.
He is very funny.
Laugh with the show. Like.
He's always good for the musical ones, you know, the singing games.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why they kept him around, and then they realized, oh, he's funny too. This is great. This works out fine for us. yeah, so funny. They really will do anything for a laugh, and they're just great sports about it. I know what I'll be watching.
That is, yeah, it's just 20 minutes of banter. Like, that's all it is, and it's just I'm here for it.
Also, if you kind of have watched a lot of it, watch some of the blooper reels on YouTube. They are some of the most funniest cut laughs from the show. It's oh my god, you see how censored they are from watching these blooper reels.
Okay, that is something I got to check out.
I had one here, which was Father Ted.
Father Ted.
Father Ted is definitely one of my favorite TV shows. It's something that I could always rewatch. Like I would not, if you asked me to bring a box set to something, it'd probably be Father Ted.
Just in case anyone who is not Irish that might be listening to this, maybe just explain what Father Ted is.
Yeah, so it's about a parochial house on Craggy Island, which is a made-up place, but it's off the coast of Ireland, and it's about the priests, the kind of rejects of the priest world, are sent out here as kind of punishment and have to live together on an island. Like Ireland can be a weird enough place as it is mainland, but if you go to the islands, it could get worse. Like you have no idea what goes on out there. But yeah, just the life and times of 3 priests living in a parochial house with their what is Mrs. Doyle, like a lady? Well, she's a lady. Housekeeper or chef.
Yeah, she just looks after them. Like she does everything for her, makes them tea.
She's their mammy. That's who she is.
Yeah.
There was just, and then the shenanigans they got up to in that show was crazy. Like raffling off a car and then wrecking the car before they could raffle it off. Oh, if we got 6 priests caught in the biggest lingerie in Ireland, it'd be a national scandal.
Yeah, that's the Christmas special, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's on RT2 every Christmas Eve.
Without fail.
And I watch it every year. I just love it.
So father funny. Father funny. Plus, I think it's only was it Aaron O'Dwyer is left there? Airden O'Dwyer. He's the only one, and Mrs. Doyle are the only main cast left.
Oh, Dougal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's his name? Ardle, isn't it? Ardle O'Hanlon.
Ardle O'Hanlon. Oh, Ardle O'Dwyer. Where was I going? Genius.
Yeah, I didn't know who you're. I was like, what is this?
I need to get better. So much better with names. My God.
Yeah, he's still around. He's got a new show too, doesn't he? He's around, and Mrs. Doyle is still around too. Yeah.
Mm.
Do you know? Yeah. Do you know what his new show is about?
No.
I don't know what it's about. It's something Paradise is in the title. And it's like another sitcom comedy kind of thing. But I haven't watched it.
Do you know another show that's kind of up in that? I think it's kind of like that genre or something. I don't know. Dairy Girls.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
But I have not watched all. I've only seen the first season, and I've never got around to catching back up with it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It's so well done. So funny.
And as you've mentioned, Dairy Girls there, I actually, one of the shows that I want to mention, which is very similar to Dairy Girls, well, I think, is The In-Betweeners.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I forgot that. God, that was so popular.
Yeah. To me, that might be, I think, arguably is the greatest British comedy of all time. But that's probably another conversation.
Yeah.
There's a lot. But like, you've got it's Dairy Girls, if you want to consider that a British, kind of is. But you got Only Fools and Horses. Gosh,
40 Towers.
40 Towers.
Fawlty Towers is on my list. It was one I was going to say next. Like that is one of my all-time favorite comedies, and it's only like 12 episodes in total. I think like 2 seasons, 6 episodes apiece. Yeah, and he killed it. Like you don't need any more episodes of Fawlty Tower. Great to have them, but you don't need them.
Stop mentioning the war. You started it. No, I didn't. You invaded Poland.
Just don't mention the war. I did once, but I think I got away with it. And then the old guy the colonel who sits at the bar all day, he misheard him and he's like, "We're getting German in. You have Thurman. I'll get the gun." And he's walking around shooting at nothing with his gun that entire episode. That was, oh my God. Yeah, Fawlty Towers, definitely one of the better English comedies. But England are spoiled for choice with their English comedies, to be fair. They do have so many classics in comparison to the States.
It's just, I think they have a better sense of humor.
Yeah. There's no other way of putting it.
Like, I seen something somewhere where someone kind of like compared British and American comedy. And I was like, American comedy is bad things happening to good people. And British comedy is bad people doing bad things to other bad people. It's like that was the difference. I was like, it kind of makes sense. Kind of holds up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you ever seen that show Bottom, nothing but bad people in that.
I don't know. I don't. Doesn't ring a bell to me.
No, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. It's just two lads living in a flat in, I think, London, and they're creepy. They always give off the wrong vibes. They're always saying the wrong thing, kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Although I will say the Americans do have South Park, and that.
Yeah, they can do it. Yeah, they've got plenty that they can. Yeah, they are able to tell a joke. That's for sure. South Park class.
But the fact that they're able to do it so quick, like if you announce you're running for president next week, they could have an episode out a week later about you running for president.
Yeah, that whole 2016 run with the Hillary versus Trump election, like when they were throwing out those episodes, that was so good. Because you'd be following like the news, like looking what did he say or what's she doing, and then the next South Park episode comes out and it's just covering everything that was in the headlines. And it's like, this is so good.
Yeah. I think that's how they were able to stay so fresh and current. Kind of keep going, they kind of ran out of their crazy own materials. Like, let's just pull from real life. It's crazy enough as is. And riding that wave up. And now they're making, I think they've signed on for like 30 seasons with 10 movies as well.
Yeah. They've mainly just been doing the kind of like the hour specials. I think it's a good idea just to stick with that, I think. That's what I enjoy South Park the most.
Yeah. South Park was so good. Apparently there's times when they would be releasing an episode and they'd have the contract deal with Comedy Central, so Comedy Central would be the first place to show it. And like it could be 20 minutes before this episode airs and they're only just kind of finishing up the last few minutes of the episode to send on to them.
Yeah.
So there's been times where they've received the ending while the show was airing. So Comedy Central barely had no idea what they were airing until it kind of went up there. Like, I'd say
imagine how stressful that would be, like on both sides. If you're working on the app, you're like, gotta get this. But if you're in Comedy Central waiting, you don't know what they're going to send you, and the episode is already airing. You're like, oh god.
I don't know. I find it very hard to believe that the two guys who went to the Grammys dressed as fairies high on acid really worry about getting their episodes out on time, kind of thing.
Well, yeah, but the network, they would be stressing out.
Oh, fact, yeah. If I was one of those, I'd be freaking out. Like even if I was working with them, I'd be like, guys, we gotta do this, please. Can we send it on, please? It's like, no, we gotta do this last thing. I'm like, please, oh God, please.
And then they would just say to you, don't disrespect my authority.
Yeah, pretty much. Any other TV shouts there from peoples?
Yeah, I got one. And I've got the marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
No way, that was on my list too.
Was it?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, that show was perfection. It knew when to end. It had all the right moments. Great character development throughout. Like it was, such a masterpiece of a TV show.
Yeah, it was my while it was still running, it was my favorite show currently running.
2017, 2023.
Yeah, was it just last year?
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, it wasn't just last year. I finished up. Yeah, I was so sad to see it because I was following that from when it first released.
I think you told me when it first released. You watched the season and you were like, watch it, and then I got hooked and I've been.
Yeah, because I was just at a time where you're just watching the new thing. And kind of like the premise kind of seemed interesting, so I said I'll give it a look. I wasn't expecting anything from that show, but it was so funny. Like, it's a good story, but it's just so funny. Like jokes constantly every episode, and come from any like It wasn't they were just always coming from the same funny character. They come from all of them. Like Midge and Susie were the two central characters. They were funny most of the time. But then Midge's parents like gave some of the funniest moments on TV I've ever seen. Like they were so good.
Abe was so neurotic. I love him. He just he's coming and going like oh he was fantastic. He's so good.
It was brilliant.
No,
and Rose was the mom, yeah. She's brilliant.
No, Rachel Brosnahan did an amazing job in that. Fantastic. She killed it. Like.
Do you know what she's doing next year?
Miss Maisel, the movie?
No, she is going to be your new Lois Lane in the new Superman movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of a step down, but sure.
Yeah, kind of is. But any Superman fans out there, if you want to get to know your new Lois Lane before the movie comes out, go check out Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah. 100%. Definitely would recommend that as well. Have you seen the Marvelous Miss Maisel, Dave?
No.
Oh, you got to get on it. What are you waiting here for?
Do you know what it is now?
I actually don't. To be honest,
it's brilliant. So it's set in the 1950s, and the main character, she's married to a guy who's trying to be a stand-up comedian, but then within like the first episode, they split up because he was cheating on her, and she ends up going and becoming a stand-up comedian instead. She just like walks up on stage and gives it a go, and she ends up being like 100 times better than he was, and then the whole show just takes off from there. But yeah, definitely worth a watch.
Fantastic, like so well done, so well written.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Well, I'll give it a go.
You better.
Or what?
Or else
you will be quizzed on the next episode about random episodes.
Until you can get 10 in a row right. We'll just keep
keep doing it.
Yes. Oh, I'm actually going to start writing them questions now. But yeah, other TV shows and such. I don't know. Oh, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, great! What a show!
I don't know if you guys. Yeah, Wayne likes it's. My God, it was like they should not be getting away with the stuff they're allowed to say, but they're doing it, and they're able to.
I think because they started doing that in like 2005.
Yeah, people were like, it's just they got
their
away
grandfathered
with it.
in. Yeah, they're
Danny DeVito's in it.
Yeah, and similar with South Park. South Park are allowed to do what they do because they've been doing it since 98, 99. Like no new show can come out and just say this is what we're doing. No, that's a no. But yeah, if you've been doing it for nearly 20 years, okay, you're right. Well, you can keep going.
I do know for the fact that Trey Parker and Matt Stone have come out and said openly is like, oh, we don't pull punches because the moment we start pulling punches, that's the moment we start being racist because we take the piss out of everyone equally. So that's how they justify themselves. It's fair, you know.
Nobody is
safe
free.
in their line of fire. Yeah. So, anybody else have any other shows or shouts they may want to recommend as a favorite TV show?
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
This all day, couldn't we? All right, okay.
No, well, we could, but no, I think I've mentioned the ones that I wanted to mention for sure.
Aye. Fair. Well, almost. We will come back and possibly do a community episode, but we'll need to plan that out a bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll come back and we'll talk about community at another time, and also anime. Wayne said we weren't allowed to pick animation for this, so I didn't, and then he's like, "I was joking." So now we're getting an anime episode.
Yeah, no, we're going to do a full anime episode, and you just let me know in advance so I cannot be here, and then that will be perfect.
No, the episode, I'm thinking maybe I get some anime clips, I force you to watch them, get some reactions. Yeah, that sounds good.
I mean,
I've got some anime clips you need to see.
If it's Pokemon, yeah, we can watch that. But other than that, no thanks.
It's kind of like Pokemon. It's a Full Metal Alchemist and a scientist with a daughter and a dog.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, sounds great. Sounds so good.
Yeah. You'll be entertained.
Yeah, are you not entertained? Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll come back to that. But as for now, that was episode 5 of Video Village, our TV talk episode. So thank you for listening. If you're listening, we again don't have video for this week, so apologies if you're not watching. But until the next time, that is a wrap. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.